Hi, it is me. I'm Brandon. We're here for Conversation Corner number 4. Yeah, 4. Um, Welcome. Thanks for joining me. We brought a few more plants behind me just so that we had a little more company. Fiddle leaf plant, we've got him. We got this cool little elephant ear plant. I forget what it's called, but it's cool. And then I've got, of course, my little money tree over here, which isn't really in the shop, but it's fine. I haven't been fixating on the fiddle leaf. I've had other things to fixate on, so yay. We had a grass fire near here, and it was a little scary because it was like smoke all in the air, very close, to the point where like we walked outside and could just see all the smoke, and it was spreading quite fast, very close to here. So that was a fun, moment to like realize that this neighborhood is like surrounded by grass. And that's how it is in a lot of places that are in dry areas. It again changed my perspective a little bit, gave me some stuff to think about. It was raining ash on the house for like a few hours, and there's little tiny bits and pieces of just burned grass all over the place. It's strange, kind of normalized in a way, because this isn't the first time that I've experienced it, I guess, but it's very close. So that was a weird feeling. Not thrilled with that, but these things happen. What else? Oh, went to a gym show, and I got myself a piece of meteorite. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I have one on my necklace. This is a little piece of meteorite, but this is a much bigger piece of meteorite, and it's like certified and everything. So I've been shopping around for one of these, and I've just wanted to have it, and so I figured go to the Crystal and Gem show the final day and start haggling. And I'm not normally a negotiator. I usually just pay people whatever they offer. I don't really care, but this is a tricky piece to get. And so, well, it's not that tricky. I mean, people sell them, but usually there's only like 1 or 2 vendors of these things that actually have the certified ones, and then they have the big enough ones that like is worth getting. So I did have to work the guy a little bit, but it was the final day, and hey, he got an extra sale out of it. So, but I got me my little meteorite, which I'm super happy with. I also got a bunch of these little crystal type points that I can give away to people if anyone wants them, or I can trade out for my necklaces. I tend to swap these out all the time, so like these are gonna change. In fact, this blue one right here, I'm probably gonna swap out because I really like this one. This is like more of my favorite-ish color, this little teal color. So I might swap the blue one for the teal one at some point. Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna keep that right there. So I do that. Okay, what else did I get? Oh yeah, I got a bunch of these things. These like tree of life little crystal-y thingies, little pendants, and some of them are like, they're really pretty. I got a bunch of them, so I'm gonna give these away as well. I don't know if I can wear this. They're a little heavy, but that hasn't stopped me before, so we'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, and then I got this like pendulum thing. I guess you could wear it as a necklace, but it's set up right now to be like, more like ooh, yeah, little pendulum-y thing. This is amethyst, so really pretty. I got a few of these, so it is what it is. So gym show, that was fun. It was an enjoyable experience. I recommend if you can find out about a gym or crystal show going on in your neck of the woods, you go, because it's just the people at the gym show were amazing. Oh man, I want to get a booth there at some point in the future just to do card readings, because like they didn't really have anybody doing that. They had somebody selling like normal stuff, like rain gutters at a gym show, right? Like, did he not get the memo? But I mean, he was there, so maybe the gym show people are viable clientele for rain gutters, I guess. I don't know. I would not have thought of that there. I was surprised. But it made me think, you know what? I could have a booth there. I could do card readings for people. I think that'd be kind of fun. There was nobody doing card readings. So I kind of want to do that more in the future. It made me realize that like wherever I go and whatever I do, it's not going to be a long thing. I'm going to be bouncing around. I have no intention of staying anywhere for more than a couple of years, to be honest. I think that's kind of a deeper realization about like my path in the next like 15 years is it's going to be continuing. So this whole like packing and moving and everything, I gotta get used to it because I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm gonna move once, and then I'm gonna move again, and then again, and then again. It's not over. And I think the better like it's better for me to accept that and to just embrace it and go, okay, that's fine, that's who I am, that's okay. And you know, so anyone who meets me because I move into a town that you're in, don't get too comfortable. I won't be staying long. I tend to meander, and anybody who's known me, because I was in a town you were in, you know this. I tend to meander. So there's missions out there for me. There's people I'm destined to meet. You know, there's things I'm supposed to be involved in. I get it. You know, so I go where I'm called. I guess I go where the universe makes me go, which is interesting. What else? I think those are my only main topics. I'm not, like I said, I'm not fixating on all this. I really don't know what I'm going to do necessarily about the plants, but I do know that I'm not going to take very many of them. These 3 behind me are probably the 3 that I'm going to do my best to figure out a way to get, if I can get them. I think I have a gut feeling that I'm going to stumble onto a way. But a lot of my other plants, I'm probably going to be giving away to family, which is okay. I think that's fine. You know, people love plants. I've given away a lot of plants before, so no problem. Aliens are doing fine. I actually have even more, not these guys, but very similar to these guys from years ago that are in a box, and then I'm going to be going through in the garage later today so I can try to bring them out and incorporate them so that we can have even more aliens next time I film this for Conversation Corner number 5, whenever that is. Yeah, I'm doing these once a week. I don't want to commit to the idea that they're always going to be once a week, but it seems like right now they're working out that way. It's earlier in the day for me today than I normally do this, but I kind of like it. I like doing kind of an earlier in the day, you know, vibe. So I'm not like committing. It's one thing about like my other videos is that I have a really strong commitment to getting them up at a very specific time, but with this, you know, we'll talk when we talk, and I love anyone who watches this. Thank you. These are like long and drawn out and very personal, and I never ever thought that people would watch this kind of content, to be honest. This is more like a personal journal. I don't see this as being entertaining in any way, nor am I trying to be. It's just me going through personal stuff. You know, and it's been a week, man, with the grass fire and with kind of like contemplating a lot of stuff and really trying to buckle down and work harder and really show you know, show more focus on where I am, being more present in the moment. I'm trying to really do that more. It's been hard, you know. It's been some feels. I've had some emotions this week. I've definitely had some ups and downs. But it's like a Mercury retrograde that's ending soon, so I think that's to be expected, honestly. So I feel good about it. I feel like I had a lot of growth and lessons in the last few weeks. And I come out the other end seeing myself very differently than I saw myself a month ago. And I think that's going to benefit me in the future. I don't really know how, but you know, we'll find out. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week, I guess. Farewell.